Hey everybody, welcome back to Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And we're playing Dark Souls 3.
And
Orlando. Yeah. And Orlando edition. Very well. So last time we got married.
Yay!
It was great. The ceremony was a little weird.
Marcus, my vows to you will be forever.
Yeah, we didn't get married.
What? What was that?
No, don't worry about it.
That we consummated it and everything.
I don't know what you're talking. I don't even know what that word means. Anyway, oh god, yeah. Oh, why didn't I backstab him?
I think you were slightly off.
Oh, god, my spidey senses.
Yeah, we got Babycake got married.
And so these guys, after I kill them, they disappear forever, right?
I hope not, because these are the guys that you have to farm to get proof of Concord Cap.
I don't need that.
I know, but everyone else who's ever wanted to level up in the Dark Moon Covenant.
Jesus Christ!
Damn, dude!
I can't take 2 hits from these guys. And
You're
I have
the
to
one
hit
that builds
them,
a sorcerer.
and I have to hit them a fuck ton, like a lot.
Be better at backstabbing.
I tried so hard.
Yeah.
All right.
I do like your new getup, though. It is, even though it's
my wedding dress. Thank you.
I mean, it's a lot better than your last one, at least. At least it's clean. The other one was a little grimy and gross.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably not any better at all, actually. Like,
stat-wise? Oh, yeah, no way.
Oh, my God!
He just took it. Oh, he's coming at you again?
Fucking Christ, this is retarded. Their range is
You should roll towards them.
No, shut up. That never ever works, Travis.
But actually, it does for these guys. You roll into it, and then you backstab.
And you backstab.
Yeah. And you can just run around them until you get the backstab. Remember, the knights are like one of the easiest to backstab. Stabs.
I'm trying.
Kick his shield.
Huh? Take my shield?
To kick his shield when it's up.
Kick his
there
shield.
you go.
I don't know how to do that.
Well, at least not on purpose, right?
No.
Kick. Oh, shit!
I mean, I was kind of okay with that. I had already used up 3 of my Estus flasks on one guy. And if I rested, it wasn't going to do shit. So, it's a...
Maybe we should just start this episode over again.
Why, Travis? It's just loading up for the first time because it's our first playthrough, and we're just picking the game back up from... Shut up! I would say that I always remember having a hard time with these guys. Like, these stairs suck. These stairs, I feel like, give them so much range because they have the high ground.
Then you take the high ground from them. You get up on top, and you take them out.
I feel like they benefit most from the high ground, though.
Remember, the way you backstab is you don't push any direction buttons. You just push the button by itself.
Yeah, okay. I did that.
Oh, and you have to be behind them. You have to actually be at
Did it
their
again.
back to stab their back.
Oh, I blocked. You see that?
That was a solid block.
Clutch.
I think that was the first time you've ever blocked. What the? No, you blocked,
Whoa.
what was it? Like
All the time, Travis.
two episodes ago?
I am the one who blocks.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Nice.
I killed him!
Could pillage it without... There you go.
Without resting at the... 2 Titanite. Titanite for the price of 1.
Yeah, these guys will drop their whole set, Titanite shards, large Titanite shards sometimes, and a Proof of the Concord cap, maybe 1 in like 50. And you need 30 of them in total to get maxed out with the thing. And the reason that you have to do it is because, not because you want to avoid PvP, but it's...
Yes, I do want to avoid
Well, yes,
PvP.
sure, but let's say you also want to try and do PvP.
Who wants to do that?
Lots of people.
Ugh.
That's a red eye down there. You don't have to fight it. There is an item down there that you might want to grab. Anyway, the point is that the reason you have to fight these guys...
I wonder if this door will open. Some contraption.
Once again. Ooh, what's
Is there? Yeah.
There's
Nope.
something on that door.
Oh, look at the check it
Detail. That looks like somebody at a well. And
no, that looks like somebody stabbing somebody.
well, this person looks like somebody on the left. See, doesn't that look like kind of... What is that bulge? What's that up there? Hard to tell.
Hard to tell the rest of them.
Yeah.
That one looks like a duplicate.
Okay.
All right.
So now if we go this way, we should be able to find the giant blacksmith.
Is it giant because he's a blacksmith?
What?
Is that why he is the one who is giant? Nothing down here.
Cool.
That's lame.
Well, at least there aren't those, like, devil gargoyle things, right?
Yeah, that was...
This place was swarming with those things.
There was a bunch. This is true.
He's
is
sad.
Dead.
Aw.
What is he
holding
have
in his
his
hand?
hand?
It's the
His
coal!
coal.
The giant's coal.
No. There's no, like, arrows or anything in him. Is he...
It might have gone hollow and just died. Things died. This whole world is falling apart. Look how much shit is on the ground. I mean, look at that.
Ew.
This place is an
And
advanced...
it's squishy, like, it's actual, like, debris of...
Maybe Aldrich came down here. Took care of him.
Things that were living.
No, he usually eats his victims.
Consumes them whole.
Let's take a look at that giant's coal. Maybe it'll help you make like lightning gear, like he used to make lightning stuff, if you recall. Yeah, it's said that the giant blacksmith of Lenorlando was once the blacksmith of the gods. So it makes lightning simple and chaos. Chaos is great if you're going pyromancy, because it's the pyromancy that scales with your faith and int. Mm-hmm. And lightning is great if you're going miracles and faith.
Oh, those guys have red eyes.
And simple is good, but it doesn't scale. It's one of those non-scaling abilities. So there's the repaired window, right? What's up with that?
Son of a...
I know. It's so weird. It's like everything else is falling apart, but somebody found time to fix that fucking window.
I wish they would have like made it breakable or something. Like that would have been a neat feature. But they don't need to pander to every like Dark Souls 1 callback. Right?
We're in Orlando. We just found the this hidden Dark Moon area. I mean this is a pretty pandery game, but not in a bad way. Like I've never had a problem with pandering,
just because it's amazing.
well, to a certain degree, like
I dig it.
yeah, and it. I mean, it is the same world,
Wow.
and it's meant for a reason. It's telling a story. Like there's a reason that this is.
Sparta.
These worlds are converging, and they've said that. Oh, that's fun.
Fuck.
It's the Aldrich Beast.
Shh, shh, shh.
That thing won't respawn, so you should probably kill it.
Like maybe take it outside.
Maybe I prefer fighting it outside. Yeah.
Maybe outside.
Oh fuck.
Oh, he used the door against me.
But here's the thing.
Oh, is he gonna jump off? Fuck yeah.
You'd be super lucky if that was the case, but look at this, all this pussy stuff.
He was a lot less intimidating when I could hide.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Oh, he got you.
He got me good.
Oh
man.
shit. Oh, he is. He's cursing you too. Well, now you can at least. Not that the shortcut. That's the important part, right? Gotten the shortcut.
Yes, that is the.
So, before we started this podcast, we were talking about death.
Well, we were talking about Dungeons and Dragons, and then we were talking about themes, and
It's not a podcast.
Then
this
we were
isn't
talking...
a podcast. The fuck?
Did I say podcast?
I said podcast.
Well, we were talking about podcasting our D&D sessions because they're the best, just like everything that we do.
Yeah, I was talking about death and themes, about how the previous campaign that I was running was very much about death and how various peoples, individuals, and cultures
Nice.
accept and deal with the concept of death, because it's something that everybody handles differently,
Right. Yeah.
People handle it differently, cultures handle it differently, and the culture that you're in also helps, informs the person and how they handle it. No, man, that you're gonna. Whew. All right, so this is where we'll come back to that. This is where you fought Orange Steam and Smo. It's the exact same room, and that looks like the head or the body of Gwendolyn, doesn't it? Oh, stay the fuck away from that! Run! Okay, good. Oh shit. So Aldrich is very strong against...
man, yeah, I'm looking at my damage that I'm doing. It's nothing.
Yeah, that's why I might have suggested trying to change your set gear. But you'll notice that he's got the same headset, and he basically is the top part of Gwendolyn. But the bottom part is obviously some sort of like goop monster. It's fucked up.
Goop monster, yeah.
Yeah.
That's gross.
And so most people think that it isn't... When I first played it, I thought it was... Because I wasn't piecing things together entirely.
Sure.
I thought that Aldrich, was Gwendolyn, but,
Okay, yeah.
altered through time or something happened, right?
Okay.
It is now believed that Aldrich was. Remember, there's another item that says that Aldrich was a priest of so and so, and that, or some clergy of some sort.
And his glut.
And yeah, and his gluttony, he would
devoured.
He would devour men, and then became.
He ate Gwendolyn up.
Yeah, that he devours Gwendolyn, and then is like basically using Gwendolyn's body as like a puppet.
That's fucked up.
I know, right? And he's casting kind of similar spells too. Those purple beams and the dark moon like arrows and stuff. But yeah, you're gonna have a real tough time with this boss because of his natural defense against the dark arts.
Yeah, I'm not even a Harry Potter guy. And I picked up on that one. Maybe I should switch to.
He's covered in sludge. Oh, he's gonna do the things. Get away from him. Full blown run. Yeah, and don't trap yourself into a corner because those things can go for a while too. That was a short one. I know I've led you astray before, but
roll into it.
This is true with this boss. Definitely, melee is better. The further away you stay, the more he will cast his like. Really, you gotta stay away when he's about to go down, and then go toward the center of the room and try to find him and get as close as you can. And you want, when he disappears, you want to get towards the center so that you can get to him as fast as possible, so he doesn't cast this spell.
This one?
The one, yeah, he just cast.
Yeah.
Luckily, you stayed out of it, but he tends to, you can when he's about to.
I couldn't see it.
Yeah, and he tends to go to the opposite corner from the one he was previously at. So yeah, but his melee attacks are very easy to dodge, but his ranged ones can be quite devastating. So
I feel like I'm gonna have to do more than
back. You can do it, but yeah, you're gonna have an issue here for a while. Yeah. So related to death, so the campaign really was to show different people and how everyone accepts death differently, because I wanted a theme that any. Here he is.
Oh,
yeah, you can whenever he's about to like slam his.
I tried. He came after me. How different cultures essentially, or is it
people too? And I wanted a story that is relatable to the players and not just the characters. You know, like something that every human will have to deal with is the death of their parents. Death of their loved ones. They get away. Yeah, awesome. Run towards the mill. Okay, yep, there you go. Oh, he's in this fire phase. That's actually good.
His new attacks now.
Well, I think he's got like the same attacks. Just
and he leaves fire behind.
Just drink.
You can't.
Watch out, he's coming at you. Oh, he went to the same spot. That's fine. Everybody's got to deal with death at some point. And so that's something that I wanted the players to think about. Maybe not now, and that was some of the characters did express that. They said like, "Oh, your characters are young," like NPCs would say that, like you're too young to worry about death. But as you get older, it becomes more on the mind because more and more of the people you've known and loved in your life have died or are dying.
Right. Yeah.
And I work in a assisted living facility, so I see and know death all the time. And so is that expression. So like the players themselves are young too. All of our players are young, so they may not think about death all the time because it's so far off. Barring a terrible accident.
Yeah, and I mean, you're right in the fact that like death is incredibly unique to each individual. Because like me personally, I feel lucky that death has only like touched me in relatively expected ways, grandparents, stuff like that. But my wife has dealt with that, had very different experience with death. Her father died when she was like 16.
Really?
Yeah. Her brother died when he was 20.
Wow.
Which was just a couple years ago. And so that's a big deal. That's huge, So she's obviously had a very different experience with it than I am, and I can only imagine everybody else, And losing
Nice.
them at certain points in your life is very traumatic too. Like if you lose parents early, you don't have the kind of mentorship or whatever to see how to, I don't know, live your life or not live your life, or for them to share their experiences with you.
Right, exactly. And so she's probably more aware of death than you may be.
Probably,
You know?
yeah. And as you get older, I feel like you become a little more aware of your mortality.
Right. And what did it for me was having, like, kids and stuff, too. Because, like, you know, they're so dependent. Oh! That's the old Gwendolyn attack. Remember that one?
No, I didn't fight Gwendolyn. I watched you fight Gwendolyn.
Oh, that's right. But anyway, like, when you have children, too, like, you know, like, what happens to them when you
Exactly.
especially if you have an
You're no
accident.
longer living for just yourself, right?
Right, and I don't give a shit about my own health or whatever, you know, like, I'm not really that concerned with my safety or anything until I had kids.
Right,
and
other than-
suddenly it really mattered because they would be ruined without me, you know? It would devastate them, and it would hurt them emotionally as well as financially, you know? And so with the D&D campaign, I wanted to express that, but I also wanted kind of like a lesson to be there for when they're older. You know, when you guys are older, I wanted a game that maybe doesn't touch you much now or mean much to you now, but hopefully when you get older, you start to think of, I don't want to be so like full of myself that, you know, that
You'll
like,
look back and
you'll
say,
look back,
"Oh."
that was a great D&D game, you know, but I wanted there to be some sort of like lessons.
Some weightiness to it.
Yeah, I wanted there to be a lesson that said you are, you know, things that we talked about in that game so long ago, you know, now have an interesting, you know, a second
Second life.
second layer.
Perspective,
There's something
nope.
you can learn from it, or at least, you know, understand and deal with it in a kind of a melancholy. I wanted to talk about melancholy because this game's about melancholy, right? And then we've talked about it before.
Oh.
I feel, and the D&D campaign was about melancholy. Oh man, you got it.
That
Like,
was fine.
a whole bunch in a
I
row.
wasn't gonna.
You know what you should do? You should dump. You're not using magic. You should dump those flasks
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
and pick up the new ones because you need them.
Yeah, I feel like I could do this through work.
Yeah,
session. I
if
mean,
you do, but I think it would help you along.
definitely behoove me.
Yeah, because you're not using your magic at all.
No, I tried. It was fucking garbage.
So yeah, that was the idea really, is to just kind of give something that touched the players, even if not now, then later.
Well, and also there's so many like unique and interesting ways that you can kind of take the spin of a topic as big as like death and dying, because like spirituality always ties into it too, like how you perceive, you know, spirit worlds, or if there is another place that your mind or soul or body goes after.
We can give him his coal too.
Because I don't, you know, it's a very kind of cynical way to look at things. I'll be quiet here. We can.
My, the coal of that peaceable giant. Seems like ages passed. I imagine his passing was long ago. I miss the old bugger, I do.
No.
My thanks. I'll be sure this coal is put to good use. I'll be smithing weapons never afore seen by the likes of ye. It's but a small service to pay my humble respects. Prithee, be care.
Will do. Because, you know, religion obviously like plays strongly into spirituality, no matter what your religion is, but it doesn't always have to.
Yeah,
You know?
and it can provide comfort
Absolutely.
to your life and to your death. Especially
Yeah.
if you know you've done everything right that way you can go to your death peaceably.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not like done everything right, but yeah,
At the
I
end,
understand.
there
You've
are
crossed your
funeral
eyes and dotted
rites,
your
things to be done, and you usually, and I know in certain Christian religions, there's the whole like final confession kind of thing where you cleanse yourself of any last sins that you might have had.
Is anything going to be helpful? No.
Unless you have the vow of silence or whatever. Not really.
Deals.
Not gonna help.
No. Okay.
No.
No.
Nothing here is gonna help you.
Okay. Just wanted to check.
Yeah, and I think that
You can always say, "Oh, they're in a better place," and blah blah stuff like that.
right, but sometimes it feels hollow because you don't really know.
I mean, it feels hollow if you don't
Believe.
if you maybe don't necessarily believe the words that you're saying.
Right.
If you're just saying them because that's kind of either what you've been trained to say or because it provides other people with a sense of okayness.
And that's what it is, really, is that like the loss of people, the death of people, has nothing to do with the dead, but purely of the living. Like everything that we do about the dead, from funerals to like how we inter them. Oh man!
Wow,
Oh,
that was a good run. Glad we switched over those Eskers. But
How you interred them and everything we do about them. We have the talking about the
eulogy,
right, of their like how they lived. It's all about the living, not about the dead. And excuse me, that was at the end of that campaign when you found the letter to that there was a boy and his mother wrote him a letter about how much she.
Oh, like at the very, very end?
Right, remember that one?
Yeah.
And a lot of the things that I wrote in that you found there were poems about death from other more, famous people, people poets who know about
Right.
death. But that letter I wrote myself, and it was about how, she felt that she felt powerless to help him, because he was dying from an illness, and she couldn't do anything to save him or help him, no matter how badly she wanted to save him and help him. And she felt awful because she felt selfish that she would lose him because she was, she felt almost like sad for her loss.
Right. I'm not going to
and-
have...
And she was weeping because she couldn't feel she felt the loss of her son, but she felt bad that she was feeling bad that
She had guilt.
that she was the one who was losing something, not that he was dying, but that she was losing him, and she felt that bad because she felt that was selfish.
That she should have... Yeah, I mean...
And that's a weird thing, because that's how death kind of is that we feel bad that people die, but are we sad that they're dead, or are we sad that
that we're going to lack that...
is it a selfish thing? And I'm not the first person to think of that, obviously. Other people have felt that too.
Oh, motherfucker!
Oh man.
I didn't heal once that time, and I didn't need to. I just got caught up in the running around. And
I mean, you were missing some hit points. But
I was missing some. I don't think it would have saved me in that instance.
No,
but
yeah, it was rough.
got impaled. But you're right. You're right. The selfish feeling. And I've come to find out lately, like, it's weird that you think you grow up and you've kind of mastered certain things about life and living, and you've come to find out that you really don't know really much at all. And like emotions are such weird and like fickle, funny things that you're not the master of them at all. And so like that confused guilt that you were talking about, like you don't get to control that. You don't get to like say like, no, I need to not feel this and I can't, and you're gonna feel what you feel, right?
Right.
And so that's got to be so hard because again, you don't control it. It's how it is, and yeah, you're gonna feel guilty for it. But how else are you supposed to feel? You're losing your most precious thing. Fuck me, god damn it.
Right. Oh, he's dropping it.
See, I didn't know if that was the one that I just got where he like laid on me, or if it was the one where he was gonna disappear.
It's if you can, it's usually the butt of it going straight into the ground because it creates the cloud, and so that's when you want to get.
Oh my God.
The cloud's not that big though, which is nice. I think what you should do is not focus on like killing or anything. I think you should focus purely on survival. Stay alive and practice dodging the moves and just get in your whacks when you can, because sometimes that's the best way really to kill a boss. By the way, this as a side note, this boss looks really fucking cool, right?
If you consider it how you described it, then fucking yeah. Which I had never done. That Aldrich isn't a part of actually Gwendolyn here.
Right, like he's like using him like a puppet.
Yeah,
right.
Which is super fucked and awesome.
It's metal. It's just metal as shit.
Yeah.
And also, like, the whole, like,
those are
beauty of Gwendolyn
It's completely like
juxtaposed
Yeah.
with the atrocity that is Aldrich. I actually found that letter, and I wanted to read it because I feel like it explains more what I was trying to say. Because I feel like I don't do it very well. I feel like I write better than I talk.
yeah. I mean, I can understand that. I feel like that sometimes too.
I have the time to think about what I'm saying. Right?
Yeah, you can carefully choose and articulate yourself.
So this letter that the players read right before encountering a lich was, "My son, how deeply I miss you. I cannot bear this dreadful life without your joyful laugh. To gaze upon the years where I held you as a child and wiped your gentle tears away. To think on the effort of my life put into your upbringing, to see it all wash away to illness and disease. I am beside myself with grief. Is that selfish? It is not you who cares, as you are gone into oblivion, and you have left me. It is the survivors who suffer. It is I who am lost. It is I who am the child. I wish I could accept it, but I can't. It all feels unreal. Like a terrible nightmare. I wish I could wake up. I'm sorry I couldn't help you. I'm so sorry." So when I first read that, Amber like almost went to tears. That was like the most heartfelt thing I've like ever written, because I imagined losing one of my children
Right.
to write it, and it was very intense. So it was very personal, you know. Even though I hadn't felt that loss, I really tried to internalize that as much as I possibly could. And there was that worry of like selfishness that like I lost all this time raising you.
But yeah, when you said that sentence, it was like, that's really poignant, you
Yeah.
know? Like, again, like the selfishness of saying, like, all this time I've invested in you
Is gone.
is gone because I was thinking about our future together, and
Right.
or just maybe not even our future together, like, you as a person. I've spent so much time making you a good person, and now, yeah.
It's all wasted, and it is that selfish
Yeah.
to feel that way.
Well,
right?
I mean,
And that's
it's-
awful to that people can think that, you know, but they do. You know, you can't, like you said, you have no control
Yeah.
of your emotions.
And you want to think that, like, oh, only weak people think like that, or only weak people have those kind of emotions, but it's incredibly untrue that, you know, you aren't the master of your emotions a lot of the times, and they just, unfortunately, sometimes they, like, betray you and shit, you know? It's-
Right, and you feel guilt
Yes.
for feeling that way, you know. Yeah. And so we're all human. So that was the intent with the campaign, really, is to just kind of.
It was very dark and dreary, you guys.
It was pretty.
It was like that since level 1.
It was very. No. Remember, there was that time you all shrunk down to the size of rats and rode rats around. That was fun.
You're right, that was level 1.
It was like level
Fuck
2.
me.
Yeah, but the whole campaign had that kind of like just doom and gloom feel, and I could tell too that the players were exhausted.
It was
but
very
y'all
exhausting.
kept coming. Like, you guys are champs, you know.
You make us feel hella guilty if we don't.
Well, I'm glad that y'all stuck through it, and hopefully, you know, the idea I wanted to get across came across. So ever since like the one before that, the campaign where I talked about, it was about madness and like greed, or avarice rather.
Greedy madness.
And that other one was about death, right? I always try to have like a really strong universal theme, something that all humans will have to encounter at some point, right? And death is ultimately the one thing that we all share. So every time I do a new campaign, I try to find some like big theme that it can revolve around.
What's this one?
I haven't figured it out yet. I honestly don't know. I'm really just coming up with it as we go.
It's been fun. So.
It's probably the most like willy-nilly. Wow! I think they all hit you. That's fine.
They all decided to converge at the same time before they at least gave me time to move around and shit.
Yeah, I think you were close, and they were within a certain range, and I think you might have also got stuck on the pillar.
Super annoying that like any one of his stacks, if it hits me in the right way, can take me down to 0 from full.
Yeah, it's very brutal. Very brutal. Have you changed your strategy from when that one time you did really good on?
I mean, like you said, I've gone for survival, and it's just been mistakes because I haven't burned through a bunch of Estus. I've died with like 7 minimum.
Right.
Does that make
Yeah,
sense?
you don't have the. Maybe what you should do is really you should just
Heavy.
drink. I feel like you've been drinking though.
Yeah, it's not that. Maybe I go heavy for this one.
Heavy armor?
Yeah.
No, armor is dick in this game. Like it really is. Like the only time armor really mattered was Dark Souls 1, and I like that, and I kind of wish they would just go back to that. But I understand in this they wanted a faster combat because Bloodborne was very popular.
Oh yeah.
So they decided to change it up. But I feel that makes armor not matter, and it really doesn't. The benefits you get from it are so minuscule that it's never worth it. Yeah. Nice. Oh, here it goes. Oh, nice! Just outside.
I think I've kind of
There it is. Go.
found out the range on it.
You kind of felt it out. You look like you figured out how to avoid that pretty consistently too.
Unfortunately, yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I'm figuring these things out, but like I said, one hit and it's
Sure. Just take
it's less good.
roll.
Ah,
So
yeah,
that one
I
should-
did mistime that one.
Drink. There you go. Yeah, I'd say just like even if it's clumsy, because being in his like body part, right, where you're just whacking.
He's really big.
He's really big. It's hard to miss him, and he can't hit you if you're really close to him. Like, or at least he has a very hard time with it, So it's not like being right here isn't particularly dangerous.
Right, and
Except
you
when he
can
does
get a
that.
good you can get a good read on what he's doing if you're
Right.
kind of far enough back.
That's true, because you want to be able to still read his movements. Because if he does like the arrow attack, nice.
That
very
got
good.
lucky.
That was perfect. You can lock onto him too. It's not.
I don't like that. I tried that in the beginning, and
Okay.
it because I want to hit him down here.
Sure.
You know?
All right, he's doing it. Nice. Look at you. You haven't been touched once.
Yes,
I said
have.
it.
Well, I have.
Oh yeah, you
lied.
had one heal.
You're a pants on fire liar.
Oh, I was surprised. I thought he would turn to fire.
No.
Okay, now he's doing the arrows.
Oh god.
Oh, shit.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god.
Oh, he's
Now
doing-
I'm just gonna have to run into the corner.
That's all right. Yeah. I mean, as long that didn't cost you anything. Just time. And you got one hit in.
Hit him
It's still
like twice.
still
Still.
a.
Oh, see, I
that
didn't.
Yeah,
hit him.
you got
Or
caught
I
there.
didn't see him.
That's all right. You're kind of stuck between. No, you want to stay close, remember?
I know, but it looked like he was rearing back, and I didn't have a way to
Did you just kick him?
confirm. Not on purpose. I would just let him know who's boss.
Yeah.
No.
Oh shit. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, this fire is not a lot of fun either.
Oh! His hat like glowed as he hit you.
Glowed.
Oh shit! Watch out for those. Yeah, that's interesting because they look, he's popping up in the same spot. It's weird.
Eh.
Oh, those are gonna hit you. Drop it again.
No.
Nice.
Eh.
Watch out.
So he's leaving those things behind. That sucks.
Yeah, that looks like that's happening now.
I'm not even like that far into
Watch
his
out.
progression, like his hit points.
Yeah, he actually went to fire pretty
Real quick.
quick.
He's gonna do the thing.
Oh.
And I can't avoid it. Oh god. Oh. See, that was a
see,
long one.
That was. I feel like it's longer in fire, maybe.
Yeah, I bet.
All right. Well, I think that's all we're gonna get out of this episode.
I think you're right. I just wish I did more damage.
We'll come back with some. Maybe we'll mess around a little bit with some.
We'll monkey with it.
Yeah, with your stats and not with your stats, but with your weapons and stuff. We'll see if we can get a few more extra points out of it.
Yeah, I hope so. That'd be great. But for now, this has been Rough Night Gaming. I'm Marcus.
And I'm Travis.
And until next time, don't go hollow.